Welcome to this Higher English series of lessons on the poem Valentine by Carol Ann Duffy. As you know, in preparation for the Scottish text element of the critical reading paper, we will be studying 6 poems by Carol Ann Duffy. This unit of lessons will deal with Valentine. In the previous slide, you were asked to write down any words or phrases that you associate with the idea of Valentine's Day. I imagine you thought of things like love hearts, romance, flowers, cards, etc. However, having now read it, this poem does not seem to match up with these expectations at all. Valentine. Not a red rose or a satin heart. I give you an onion. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light like the careful undressing of love. Here, it will blind you with tears like a lover. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. I'm trying to be truthful. Not a cute card or a kissogram. I give you an onion. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips, possessive and faithful, as we are for as long as we are. Take it. Its platinum loops shrink to a wedding ring, if you like. Lethal. Its scent will cling to your fingers, cling to your knife. In Valentine, the poet seems to reject any traditional, overly sentimental and materialistic ideas about love. Instead, she tries to present us with what she believes is a more truthful and realistic picture of what love is and what being in love really means. The things that are normally associated with Valentine's Day that Carol Ann Duffy rejects are the red rose, the satin heart, a cute card, and a kissogram. She rejects these because she feels that they do not give an accurate and truthful reflection of what being in love really means. Instead, she chooses to give her lover the gift of an onion. This is obviously surprising because an onion is probably the last thing you would expect as a gift from your lover. The words and phrases that seem out of place in a Valentine poem are words such as onion, fierce, possessive, shrink, lethal, cling, knife, all of which have quite negative connotations. She includes these because she wants to present the idea that there are indeed negatives attached to love and that it's not all just positive. We will now study the poem stanza by stanza. You should annotate your own copy of the poem in a similar way to mine, but it doesn't need to look exactly the same. Feel free to add in anything else you wish. After each annotated stanza, you will find a slide of notes, simply reinforcing what has just been discussed. Valentine, stanza 1. Not a red rose or a satin heart. The poem begins with a dramatic stand-alone stanza, in which Duffy immediately rejects all traditional Valentine gifts. This rejection is emphasised by the very negative word choice of not at the very start. Stanza 2. I give you an onion. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light like the careful undressing of love. In this stanza, Duffy explains her gift. The brown skin of the onion is the wrapping paper of the gift. The onion is compared to the moon wrapped in brown paper. This comparison holds many good connotations. For example, the moon promises light. Light represents love. Moonlight is often considered to be a romantic setting. The peeling of the onion links to two people taking off each other's clothes before making love. And the different layers of the onion also represent the different layers of someone's personality. As a relationship progresses, you gradually discover these layers. Therefore, the onion represents discovery. Stanza 3. Here, it will blind you with tears like a lover. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. In this stanza, Duffy explains why the onion is a more appropriate gift than those mentioned in stanza 1. A satin heart does not reveal the tearful side of love. An onion is a more truthful symbol. We see a definite change in tone in this stanza. The previous stanza described the onion as a moon which promised light, giving a much more positive tone. However, the tone in this stanza shifts to a much sadder one. Duffy wants to show how love is not always easy. The stanza contrasts with the previous one as she refers to tears. She uses a simile to explain why she feels the onion is an appropriate gift. Just as an onion can make you cry when you cut into it, so too can a lover or a relationship when things go wrong. The wobbling photo of grief again refers to tears and sadness caused by love. The repetition of "it will" emphasises how certain Duffy is that this sadness and pain will occur as a result of the relationship. Stanza 4. I am trying to be truthful. Stanza 4 is a single-line stanza. This use of structure, along with the alliteration of trying to be truthful, is used to emphasise how strongly the poet feels and to illustrate her reasons for giving the onion as a gift. The use of the personal pronoun I highlights the personal and intimate tone of the poem as she addresses her lover. Stanza 5. Not a cute card or a kissogram. Stanza 5 repeats the structure of stanza 1. It is another standalone line to further emphasise her rejection of traditional gifts. The use of alliteration with cute card and kissogram is effective. The repeated harsh consonant sounds create a sarcastic, scathing tone. She does not see these gifts as truthful. Stanza 6. I give you an onion. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips, possessive and faithful, as we are, for as long as we are. Stanza 6 starts with the opening line of stanza 2 repeated. This repetition emphasises the importance Duffy has placed on this gift. Again, the use of personal pronouns highlights the intimate tone of the poem. Duffy compares the taste and scent of an onion to the passion of love. Just as the taste of an onion remains on your lips, so too can the memory of a kiss remain. Duffy's use of enjambment places importance on the line "as we are," illustrating that she has faith in their relationship. However, she makes it clear that relationships should only last as long as two people are interested in each other. Once the lovers lose interest, the relationship should end. Stanza 7. Take it. Its platinum loops shrink to a wedding ring, if you like. Lethal. Its scent will cling to your fingers, cling to your knife. Stanza 7 begins with Duffy demanding her lover accepts the onion. The short sentence creates a sense of urgency here. Marriage is then suggested as an option, however the tone is negative. The word choice of shrink suggests that a wedding ring is restrictive. There is then a further change in tone with the one-word line lethal, implying that marriage is fatal to a relationship. The poet views marriage as a knife. The earlier, gentle and intimate reference to the careful undressing of love now contrasts with cling to your knife. The repetition of cling, with its negative connotations as far as a relationship is concerned, shows just how easily feelings can take a grip of people. The final word of the poem, knife, acts as an important reminder of the power of love. It hurts. The theme of the poem is love. The onion, like love, has many layers. Initially, we see a positive view of love, which promises a joyful future. However, the poem moves on to show that true and passionate love can be painful. The poem ends with a less positive view of love than the beginning. Structure. Duffy wants her lover to know that she feels the onion is the best and most genuine declaration of her love. She structures the lines about the stereotypical Valentine's gifts in a way that emphasises that she does not approve of them. Not a red rose or satin heart. Not a cute card or kissogram. Not is stressed because it appears first in both these lines and it is the first word of the poem. These lines also add extra impact as they have identical structure and they both stand alone in the poem. The poet also uses short lines throughout the poem to emphasise her emotional plea. We can hear the speaker's voice as she offers her gift of love. Hear and take it. Rhythm. The poem is written in free verse, meaning there is no obvious rhyme or rhythm. This echoes the natural pattern of speech with the run-on lines and simple conversational words. It also highlights the fact that love and relationships have no order or pattern. Language. The language used in the poem represents how the speaker feels. The early part of the poem suggests the positive aspects of relationship with word choice such as promise and light, all with very positive connotations. As the poem progresses, there's more of a focus on the strength and power of relationships, using words such as fierce, possessive, and faithful. Towards the end of the poem, the choice of language suggests the intensity of the love may be too much, forcing the relationship to an end. It is lethal. Tone. The tone of the poem reveals the poet's attitude towards love. The tone is direct and sincere. This is a heartfelt declaration of love by the poet. It begins in a positive manner, but quickly develops a more sinister feel as the potential end of the relationship is considered. The tone of the poem is very powerful as the poet describes why the onion is an appropriate Valentine's gift. She's trying to convey that love is not all cute and perfect, and that it's hurtful, difficult, and unpredictable. Imagery. The central image in the poem is the onion. The image is a metaphor. Because the metaphor is used throughout the poem, it's called an extended metaphor. There are several examples that relate to the onion. I give you an onion. It will blind you with tears. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips. Cling to your knife. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. and its platinum loops shrink to a wedding ring. Copy and complete the table below. The left-hand column gives examples of imagery from the poem which you should analyse in the right-hand column. The first example has been completed for you. The quotation is, "It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light." The comment of analysis is, "The brown paper is the outer skin of the onion." The comparison also suggests the idea of a gift. The reference to the moon is common in romantic poetry. It promises light like the moon and perhaps like the optimism at the beginning of a new relationship. Use your notes from earlier in this presentation to complete comments of analysis for the remaining examples. The next 5 slides contain various points of understanding, supported by appropriate quotations from the poem. Read through them all and use them to update your annotations on your poem as you wish.